Hello guys, welcome to the Red Embrace Hollywood updated demo. I did play the original demo. I played it late at night, so I didn't record anything. I was super excited when they announced that they were going to do an updated demo with like updated CGs and MC customization, BGs, and more of the soundtrack and a whole other stuff. And yet you're going to see my reaction to all the new things. And I guess we'll just jump right in. This is, I should actually say what the story is about. It's vampires. And that's about pretty much as I'm gonna say, because, again, it's cool to go in blind unless you like knowing things, and I'll have links into the description for this game and, Argent Games. I hope I said that right. Their Patreon and their website, because then after that you could just go wherever you need to go. So let's get started. Oh my god, I'm so excited! Oh my god, the hairstyles are gonna... Oh god. I like... I have brown. I don't have brown. God, this is such a good red though. Guess we're gonna go black. That's about as close as I'm gonna get to what I want. Okay, the hairstyles. Oh my god. Because you only had this hairstyle in the original. God, I'm so excited. Hairstyles. Oh my god, you look so good. Also, yes, again, playing as a male, my first way through, or whatever, the whole game. Because I hardly, if there's a choice between male or female, or they, them, I usually go with a male. Here, I want the short hairstyle, because it looks good. I also like this one too, but this one. Next. Lip color? No lip color, but, let's see them. It's just the one too. Necklace. Yep, that one, that one, that one. I like this one, if I want a necklace anyway. Left piercing. Oh my god, yes. Yes! Right piercing. Oh, I like having piercings, like these type of piercings. Lip. Nose. Oh god, I love it. Brow. I like the nose one. Eyeshadow. No, let's go without eyeshadow. Since we're like decorated in the face department, let's not go with a necklace. Next. Also, I noticed, this is just me as someone who makes sprites, I noticed that there's some stuff, but again, it's like also the demo, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna use the default name. Oh, thank god. Thank you, Argent Games, for putting like a default name, because I usually like to use the default names. So Ash, let's go. Also, yes, they, them. There's the they, them option. Skip the intro. No. Oh my god. Did the background change? I think it did. I'm so excited. Okay. Everyone comes to Hollywood for a reason. Saints, sinners, artists, anti-artists, and all of the beautiful people in America. On September 24th, 1996, I became one of those people. But why did I go to Hollywood? Okay, we're gonna create our character here. This will determine which... How do you say? I'm going directly to like bloodlines. I'm like, that's not, they're not, are they clans? I forget what they called them. They're like clans, basically. So why did our character come to Hollywood? To become a legend, to charm my way into Hollywood's heart, to discover every dark secret. What would he pick? I'd like to charm and to discover dark secrets. Let's go... You know what? To charm my way into Hollywood's heart. At the center of Hollywood was the essence of glamour, the source of so much magic, so many dreams. I'd use my looks and charisma to get there, and then I'd weave a web of allies to help me for years to come. Of course, that was just the reason why. The how, that was something different. I came to Hollywood as an artist creating beauty, a visionary seeking truth, a rebel making waves. Well, charming your way, probably an artist, but also like, I like the visionary. So I guess let's go with visionary seeking truth. I needed to share my ideas, expose secrets, and question everything I knew about the world. The best of both worlds for what I wanted from the first decision. Being a skeptic wasn't just fun, it was necessary. In a time so full of confusion, somebody had to shine a light on the truth, and maybe that person was me. God. I'm sorry, I'm like taking out my earbuds because I'm like, I hear sirens. Is that my end or is that the game? Guessing it's the game. If it's not, then uh-oh. For 2 weeks I prowled around the Sunset Strip, learning the ins and outs of Hollywood. Each night I felt my dreams become closer, more real. The glittering celebrity world was opening its doors to me, beckoning me inside. Until 2 weeks later on October 8th, when it happened. Oh yeah, this music. I'd gone to a club, but not just any club. One that hosts the darker side of LA nightlife. I wasn't disappointed. Eerily beautiful people everywhere, swathed in black. Swathed in black? I don't think I've ever said that word out loud. Slow hypnotic music, the rattling of dancers in cages. Something felt different about this place. It wasn't just another club. No, it felt more like another world. Oppressive, seductive, terrifying. To calm my nerves, I approached the bar to order my favorite drink. Something... Look, I don't drink, so this is just gonna be like, whatever. Strong, spicy, and colorful, sweet, light and rich, bitter, complex, and dark. I like to think as my ash is probably bitter, complex, dark. Yeah? Maybe? It was delicious, but I didn't get more than a few seconds to enjoy the taste. When I looked up, someone down the bar was staring at me intently. A tall, dark-haired man dressed in all black, his gaunt face matched by a skull-piercing stare. After a few moments, he stalked closer, only stopping when his chest nearly touched mine. But it didn't feel like a pickup, not even like a bold flirting. Suddenly, I knew I was in very real danger. And yet, as I stared at my own reflections in his dilated pupils, I realized I couldn't move. I was completely hypnotized by what he whispered in my ear, the beastly look in his eyes, his terrifying beauty. What he whispered in my ear would be sort of something that I want to put of myself into the character. Mostly because, like, I'd probably... something that would pique my interest more is what someone would tell me versus what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing. He leaned in, lips coldly brushing my skin, and said, "I want to show you something." And from that moment, whatever it was, I knew I had to see it. Also, it plays into, like, wanting to know the truth about stuff. Sinking his long nails against my shoulder, the man led me towards the filthy hallway with its filthier bathrooms. Wild moans and the wheezing of people who'd sniffed too much drugs leaked from under the doors, along with weak fluorescent lights. But I didn't have much time to appreciate this cinematic moment. Whoa, and I laughed. The man grabbed my hair and pushed me against the wall, which is full of posters for bands nobody cared about. "I'm going to change your life forever, but you'll never learn my name," he whispered. "How does that make you feel?" "I feel like you're crazy. Why won't you give me your name? I came here to change." "Oh, you know what? Why won't you give me your name?" "I have many names, Ash. None of them matter as much as yours." As those low words rumbled in his throat, he smiled. And two long, cruel fangs glimmered between his lips. Fangs? No, they couldn't be real. And yet, for some horrible reason, I knew they were. In that moment, I suddenly felt full of lust and horrible rapture, gripped by fear. Maybe in a horrible rapture. Because I did mine, so let's do his. It seemed like a dream. This couldn't be real, but I desperately wanted it to be. It was so thrilling, so horrifying, and I wanted more. And then I felt a bite. An agonizing pain ripped through me, searing into my neck, spreading through my whole body. I couldn't make a sound. I couldn't do anything except stand still, just like a deer in headlights. God, look at his eyelashes. He's so pretty. Look at him. But slowly the pain started to melt away. Warm, euphoric tingles bubbled through my neck and down my spine. I let out a low moan before I could stop it, but the sound just blended into the murky background of the music and laughter. It was better than anything. Better than sex, better than drugs, better than money or love or fame. And it felt like all of those things rolled up into one sensation. His icy hands and lips pulled me down into this incredible euphoria until my body couldn't take it anymore. I felt the blood draining from my veins, my breathing coming to a halt, my heart finally stopping. I realized what was happening, but I was too drowned in pure, mindless bliss to even care. I was dying. Was I dead? Drink. Something pressed against my lips. A metallic liquid dripping down my throat, sending a jolt through my body. I should have been dead, but I wasn't. Instead, I was half awake, half dreaming. Oh wow. This isn't as impactful, like this background, because in the original it moved around a lot more, and it felt like really like disorienting. This one, not so much. Anyways, back in. In the middle of that surreal moment, I felt strangely enlightened, radiant, powerful. Let's go with his reply. For an instant, my world was consumed by bright flames, so bright that they blinded me. But in the middle of that inferno, I thought I saw someone's face, someone familiar. And so hell spreads its legs. Oh, it's our dude. His voice rasped partially in my ear. The world went dark. The next thing I know, I was on the sidewalk outside the club. What the hell was I doing here? Had I blacked out? Was this a dream? I couldn't remember walking outside even though I hadn't drunk anything strong. But I did remember that strange man. What he said to me. The bite. The bite? Did that mean... No. What a stupid thing to think. That must have just been a weird hallucination brought on by the flashing lights and pounding music. It served me right for going to such a sleazy club, honestly. And now we're in the present. Does fake love make you less lonely? I think I know who I got. Okay. I stumbled through the streets, fighting the urge to stop and vomit. I could feel my skin growing cold. My mouth was dry and I didn't need to breathe. Everything around me looked different. Colors were brighter, faces uglier, and an unnerving flicker in my peripheral vision gave me the sense I was being watched. My mind felt like it was being invaded, shuffled around, unlocked. Something was rising to the surface. No. None of this was possible. There had to be some other explanation. Vampires didn't exist. But if they didn't exist, then what was I becoming? Here we are. God, I'm so like, I know what's happening, but at the same time I'm just like, I'm so excited. By the time I rounded the corner to an alleyway, I was ready to slump down and curl up until I figured out what the hell was going on. But as soon as the alley came into view... It's you! It's the poster boy! I love him. I saw someone standing there watching me. Not just watching. It seemed more like he was waiting for me. Oh god, it's new! Oh, they changed. They said they changed the sprites, but I'm just like, so... Oh, it's so good! He took a deep breath, slowly shaking his head. You smell fresh. If I strain my ears, I can almost hear water dripping back into the baptismal front lawn. God, I can't... I know what accent he's supposed to have, but I'm just like, you guys know I'm not good at voice acting. The deep man's voice was accented with an aristocratic southern drawl, each word slow and emphatic. His manner of speech reminded me of a preacher. Melodic? Is that how you say it? And a little theatrical. But almost instantly I sensed that something about him was different. Wrong somehow. Are you like me? This is a dream. Who the hell are you? Are you like me? Dead, you mean? Yes, brother, I am dead. In any other sense, though, I'd be mighty doubtful. A knowing smile stretched over his lips, and he adjusted his sunglasses smugly. I love him! Now, as for introductions. I am the Grand Master who plays blindfolded, the cut on your hand you didn't remember getting. I hate that. That scratched out face on the yearbook photo. Then just pop his hand up. They call me Marcus, and I am happy to join you for the best and worst night of your existence. After this always happens to me. After tipping an imaginary hat to me, he flashed a wide grin and I glimpsed two small white fangs shining in the light. No need to mention your own name, Ash, so don't worry. I know exactly who you are. And now you're one of us. A night stalker, a bloodsucker, an overblown myth hiding a horrible monster. You're a vampire, brother. Welcome to the Valley of Death. So I've really been turned into a vampire? This can't be real. Vampires aren't real. I could laugh, or so like, let's go. Hold on, I want to see what my stats are. Can you see your stats? Do they update? Probably don't update for this one. Oh, look at our relationship is going. It's going, okay. I just want this one because I think I know what clan we are and it just seems so fitting. Let's go, since we're just going into the turn, let's go with this one. Well, not quite. Right now I'd say you're more well, not quite. Right now I'd say you're more resemble a walking corpse. It's not until you sink your fangs into a live body, feel the heat flowing into your cold guts, that you start to shift into something more. My brain didn't feel like it could process what Marcus was saying. Everything made sense, but at the same time, it all just seems too insane to be real. Oh god, I love how they do this. Again with the like excited pukes. As if he could sense my confusion, Marcus lets out a patient sigh. Oh god, I love what they've done with this prize. Oh god, be still my heart. Considering you still look bemused, let me try to put the facts of the situation in simpler terms. You immediately turned into a different kind of parasite, brother. An honest one. Money, sex, favors? You won't have to suck those out of human folk anymore. They will simply fall into your lap. Just blood. Just blood is all you need now. Doesn't that make you feel relieved? Marcus only paused, taking a deep, long sniff of the air. A few moments later, he leaned towards me, this time sniffing close to my neck. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm not gonna be aggro with this man. Oh my god, his face! Oh! The surprise face is so good! You and I seem to share an affliction. That peculiar damnation of seeing what others wouldn't like us to see. Oh no! I was supposed to look up how to say this! Golgotha? They're called houses. This is the name of our house. But don't trouble yourself to remember it. Self-awareness, I find, is prized far too highly. He winked at me, grinning like we'd share some priceless inside joke. Except I didn't get the punchline. What do you mean, Google? I feel like I've heard that before. No, just cause I can. You probably did. The toiling bell echoing deep in the corridors of your mind. For now, you should at least know this. You were bitten by a fuck, I should have really found out how to say this word. Ghoul. I think we're just gonna say ghoul. By a ghoul vampire. Which means your blood has taken on those qualities. And you're part of the house. You have my sincerest apologies. His lips curl into a slow, insidious smirk that suggests his apologies were anything but sincere. Was anything he said to me sincere, though? Did he actually know what was happening to me? Or was he just some crazy druggie on the street? With my mind reeling like this, I can't decide which situation was more plausible. Alright, I do believe that's enough. Before you get into any trouble, there is someone you need to meet. Come now, back to the pen like a good little lamb. Alright. Are you taking me to be slaughtered? I'm not going anywhere with you. Are you taking me to be slaughtered? No, little lamb. I am no butcher. Nor am I your shepherd. But we both got nowhere else to go. Before I had a chance to offer a reply, Marcus grabs my shoulders, pulling me forcibly towards the street. Stay quiet, try to I went real far on that one, woo! Try to struggle. Where are you taking me? So I keep having to seeing the stats to see if they actually change. They don't. Oh, you know what? Stay quiet. I bit my lip and said nothing. I wasn't exactly eager to trust him, but I didn't have much of a choice. Sorry, I saw the corner right here and it says, I think it says kill, 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 and I'm just like, okay. When I reached the street a few moments later, I noticed a black sedan parked in front of us. I hadn't been there when I walked by earlier. Don't worry, my dear, I wouldn't dream of making you a ride in anything but luxury. His voice drawled in my ear, ringing with amusement as he opened the backseat door. Would my character react to that? You know what? Let's go with this one. Except I don't know that word. Every car can be the that. It all depends on who's behind the wheel, wouldn't you agree, brother? Without further ceremony, Marcus shoved me inside the sedan, squeezing in behind me. The second he closed the door, the shadowy driver started up the car and we sped off down the road at an alarming fast pace. Oh my god, we see the inside of the car! Oh, this is so good. I was too disoriented to try and figure out our destination from the landmarks passing by. But that didn't keep a sickening sense of anticipation from building in my gut. Is there any questions burning in your mind? Now might be the time to ask. Marcus murmured to me from the other seat, his eyes glowing faintly behind the dark lenses. I can't promise you much, let alone the answers, but I figure you deserve some semblance of a welcome. Let it never be said that I am not a gentleman. Oh, it's stopped! Why does the world seem different now? Are you waiting for me back there? Why does the world seem different now? Because you got I should really start Golgoth, the blood of my dearest brother, and it lets you see things for how they truly are. Oh my god, look at his face! Unfortunately for us, the way they truly are is far, far worse. Why was I turned into a vampire? You'll have to ask my employer that, I'm afraid. I was probably told the details, but everything in my head sometimes blurs together into one big screaming mess. Were you waiting for me back there? I was indeed. Consider me the bouncer to the eternal party in hell. Right, that's enough for now. As you say, brother. We rode for a short while longer, and in that silence that followed, my mind felt blank. I was slowly coming to terms with what happened, even though the rational part of me insisted that I was stuck in a dream. Wherever Marcus was taking me, I could only hope that I would finally learn the truth behind everything, including that mysterious man at the club. God, the UI is so good too. I just see, as someone who's like working on their own game, I just like little things make me just go like, oh, how did you code that? How did you make this? How did you come up with this? Oh god, also the background is so good. Ugh. It wasn't long before we arrived at a huge towering building marked with a giant sign that read Hollywood Heights Hotel. I'd passed by this intimidating place before, noticing the unusually high security outside. Everyone who passed through its doors had a certain strange presence about them, even stranger than most of Hollywood's eccentrics. Marcus pulled me out of the car and into the hotel's luxurious lobby, his boots clacking on the polished marble floors. We came to a stop in front of the private room, but instead of knocking, Marcus simply barged right in. Ooh, how do you name her? How do you say her name? Good evening, Cerise. I brought Ash, our little Golgotha novitate. Please give him your warmest welcome. Ah, welcome back, Marcus. An elegant woman stood from her chair to greet us, her eyes flickering from Marcus to me. I've been expecting you. Uh-oh. Marcus, there's been a mistake. This individual was not supposed to be bitten. She spoke in a slow, dangerous fashion of someone barely controlling their rage. At least that rage seemed to be directed at Marcus, not me. Is that so? Marcus shrugged, looking about as bothered as if he'd forgotten to get milk from the grocery store. But our brother here was the only pretty young dead thing to walk out of the... Don't at me. Your lucky candidate must have missed their appointment. Missed their... The woman's the English language always eludes me of how to say things. Her fingers to her upper lip. And from the murderous way she stared at the ground, I was wonder she didn't burn a hole through it. Just one headache after another. If only I could hire someone competent for a change. God, she's so pretty. Finally, with a deep sigh, she turned her focus back to me. God, look at you, you're so gorgeous. I had the distinct feeling of her calculating eyes were scrutinizing me, doing some kind of rapid cost-benefit analysis. Charisse? No, that's not gonna help me, because even when someone, like, when it's written like that for how to pronounce names, I'm just like, you're losing me, Watson. Well, let me start by saying my name. Is that how you say it? Charisse? I hope to God. If not, I'll just look it up, probably by the time the full game comes out. Because if I don't, I'm dead. Don't tell me, don't at me of how I should have said it. And I apologize for all this happening to you. As you might have guessed, another mortal was supposed to receive the bite tonight, not you. It seemed that there was a misunderstanding. Are you sure? It could have been on purpose, and that would be a big thing to worry about. You know, I'm still not convinced this is real. Yes, well, it is quite real, much to your chagrin, I'm sure. It seems my agent was sabotaged, presumably by your mysterious sire, who is no doubt an enemy of mine. Regardless, I'm rather short on time here, so I won't mince words. You can lament over your loss of humanity for the next century, or you can accept the hand you've been dealt with and move on. Charisse breezed along without trying to hide her impatience or annoyance, like I was inconveniencing her somehow. It almost left me speechless. She was going to chalk this up to a misunderstanding? You were an accident, but I'm offering you a purpose. As cruel as it may sound, this turn of events needn't be a tragic one for you. My dog is barking. It is a chance for all you could have ever wanted to... God, my dog is barking, hold up! It is a chance for all you could have ever wanted in life, perhaps even more, if you possess the will to survive. Therefore, my proposal is a straightforward one. Will you join the Los Angeles Coven of Vampires? My coven? What would Ash do? Like, we don't have anywhere else to go. Like, I guess. We don't really have much of a choice. I don't have much of a choice, do I? Not particularly, no. I'm pleased you realize this, at the very least. So we can proceed past formalities. The briefest of smiles flashes over her lips, like a subliminal message flickering on a TV screen. Very well. Let me establish the main 3 rules of our coven. 1. When you feed, do not kill. It is unnecessary, since mortals always lose their memories of events leading up to the bite. 2. Never reveal your true nature to a mortal. By doing so, you endanger not only yourself, but our entire kind. As a result, you'll be disposed of. And finally, do not turn any mortal into a vampire without permission. My explicit permission. It's necessary to keep our population to a minimum, as otherwise the area could quickly become overcrowded. Do you understand all of this? Crystal clear, I do. I don't understand anything, but continue. Yeah, can you get to the point? Crystal clear. Crystal clear. Good. See to it that you don't forget these rules.